got this 2012 BMW 528, fault code 120308, charge air pressure control, plausibility, pressure too low. This car had no power. As soon as you tried to accelerate, drivetrain malfunction would illuminate in the iDrive. So it's actually a pretty common fault. There's some common things that are known to fail on them. Obviously, you're going to start with your vacuum supply from that vacuum pump. Make sure that that's right. Well, initially, this hose in the back there at that T that comes from the vacuum pump was disconnected. So fix that. Then I tested obviously the supply. What was the vacuum? It was almost 25. So we had good supply to the little turbo boost solenoid. So tested that. It's no good. It isn't holding. So we found one problem. So now we're about to tell him he's got two problems. So we test a new one to see how it performs. There's a new one. That's a good one. Okay. So I installed that, connected, teed into the vacuum supply for switching. I like to mount my gauges to the windshield, drive and see what it does. But anyway, nice big gauge there. I had power, but not enough, and the drivetrain malfunction light came back on. So smoked the engine, obviously looking around. So what I found was this inlet pipe that goes in, this from the air inlet, air filter box, then this goes into the turbo, was broken. So that's a no-brainer. So now we've got 3 issues with this car. So I sent the video to the customer. I mean, you just tell him one thing, 2 things. To start to say, hey, does this guy even know what he's doing? So I just say, hey, listen, found the first problem. Here's your second problem. Here's a third problem. I'm going to resolve these obvious issues, and let's see what the car does. But while I got this off, and I've got access to the turbo impeller, I'm gonna make sure that that thing spins, and that one spins very free. It's not loose. I also function tested the wastegate, there, and it's not seized, it's not binding. So I've eliminated all these little external things so that I should have a closed system. I should have all my ducks in a row, as they say. It still ain't right. I doubt that's gonna happen, but I think we're gonna be good here. But just a few things to check. If you had something loose like these, let me get me a light, like one of the, charge air lines, hoses, whatever you want to call them, on both sides of the intercooler. If they're connected, but say they're seeping or leaking air, they're not going to give you that charge boost, low boost fault. You're going to get more of like an adaptation fault or something, that there's a leak in this, it's going to be a different fault. You're not going to get that fault that's popping up there immediately. It's going to take a little bit of time. So anyway, I hope that helps. Again, this is that N20 and 26 engine that's junk, and there's known for a lot of issues. This is one of them.